Hello, Terry, Jackie, and Chelsea. Welcome to my Waynesburg course. It is titled K for Keystone, an Introduction to Pennsylvania's History. If you are looking at this screen, that means you were able to successfully follow the steps in my document for how to get here. This is just the basic homepage, and what I'd like to do first is just take you through and explain just kind of the outline of my course and the organization of it so that it's easier for you to navigate through, and then I'll get into some of the specifics. So once you're on your homepage, the first thing that I instructed my students to do was to click on the course introduction, and this is just kind of where I welcome the students, and you can see I've asked everyone to review all of these different documents in here, such as the intro letter, a help guide for where they can go when they have questions, my syllabus. Under the discussion board information, I do include my rubric and then also the posting guidelines as well. Okay. And then down here, I've mentioned it also in my unit, but I wanted them to know originally before starting the course the type of time commitment that they could expect. So all of those documents are found under the course introduction tab. When students are actually ready to begin my course, they would click on the weekly lessons, and I believe I've organized this nicely where everything is in folders according to week, so they would know exactly what to do. And then as our course was set up, week 7 and 8 would be their PBL. Week 1, if you open it up, I chose to start out with my introduction video, and this is where I really feel like I inserted a lot of my teacher personality with this video. I think that taking a look at, considering the age of my students, I was really bubbly. I tried to really show my personality and tell a lot about myself to get the students excited about the course. I also, to try to get collaboration going and increase engagement and collaboration, it is their job to go ahead and follow the directions to actually create their own video. And that's actually their first assignment. I thought with the age, it would be nice to just kind of get them comfortable with the course first before starting the actual instruction. So there's their directions, and then they're actually going to begin the course by doing a discussion board right away. So you can see there's no place like home. If you click on the discussion board, that is right here under week 1, 3, that is their very first discussion board assignment, aside from, of course, the help board that would always be present. If you actually start into week 2, that would begin my actual course content, and this is where I have included all of my videos, lessons, activities for the first 5 letters of my course, letters A through E. And here again, you can see I've given them a reminder for just pacing and timing purposes. If you open that, I do have an introduction to this week, since it is actually the first content week, where I have my topics, standards, and objectives listed. Under additional resources, I've provided a series of websites that will help them throughout this course with some of the various assignments that I ask them to do, and just it will provide some additional information about the state of Pennsylvania. I chose to break up my unit into lessons just for organization purposes and because of what my course was. If you weren't aware, I'm following a book that it actually goes through the letters of the alphabet, and each letter focuses on a different location or specific thing about the state of Pennsylvania. So within each lesson, if you click, you'll see my actual teacher lesson presentation, and then I've always, in every one, I attached a really neat YouTube video, something that was short enough to hold their attention span, no more than 5 minutes max for any of the videos, just to kind of get them excited and learn a little bit more about the content. So that would be, it's in every single letter, Love the Cosby Show clip. Make sure to watch that. And it continues to go down. In lesson 4, I've included a second discussion board post where they're doing a state symbols competition. And this is where some of my additional resources, as you can see here, would come into play. And they are given a scenario in which they will need to access the discussion board down here, week 4.3. And you can see I used, similar to what Terry did with the numbering system, to keep them organized. I was originally going to plan to use the color as well for things that were graded, not graded, but due to age level, after I started doing it, I just didn't think it was appropriate for this course because of all of the different folders and things that they need to do. Rather, I chose to use the Mark Reviewed button for everything that they must complete, whether it is graded or not. Finally, once they complete all 5 lessons, the progress check will be needed in order to release them to week 3. In this progress check, I used a bunch of different types of test questions. I'm going to go through here quickly. This was an open-ended response where they had to type. This is a checkbox where they got to select their favorite letter. I also tried to use the coordinate thing where they would select to answer the question, a fill in the blank, matching, a drop-down choice, and a second matching. So that was my course assessment progress check in order to move on to what will then, if I was actually completing this whole course, all of the different folders in weeks 3 through 6. Finally, when you get down to week 7 and 8, set up like our course is my PBL, the road trip to the various spots in PA. So the details are all inside. And this is my nice little hook video. It's neat. I think it'll grasp their attention and get them excited about making a travel brochure. My mission for them is actually attached right here. And I chose to do it in audio because I wanted to deliver some differentiation through the course. So I worked through using video, audio, writing, just to hit all of the different learning styles. But I also did attach a transcript down here with exactly what I said as well. Okay. I'd like to discuss just a few of the other things. Now after going through my course, you should have a better idea. I attempted to improve engagement between the students by really using the discussion board to have them speak with each other. You'll notice in the discussion board rubric, they have to post back and forth to each other a minimum of 2 students. And being at their age, I really think the videos will engage them a lot. I really worked hard to find some really fun, interesting clips at their age level. So that's kind of the engagement and the collaboration part. I just do love my introduction video and their very first assignment, because I think that will get them to make a nice classroom community. And it also inserted a lot of my teacher personality as well. For the assessment, the one thing that I'd like to highlight as you're going through and taking my assessment in the progress check, you'll notice I provide a lot of feedback. I'm going to go ahead and turn my edit mode on so that you can see. I'm sorry, let me go back here. Okay. When I go in, if I go into editing my test, you'll notice that I have done feedback for each. So I've given them some positive feedback if they get the answer correct. And if not, I gave them a hint of where to go back and some encouragement to keep trying. So that's how I was utilizing assessment and providing feedback to them at the same time. Along with, I would plan to email them frequently and use the discussion board and the help board to ensure that they know what's going on. I hope that you enjoy my website and you have a fun time navigating through it. I've spent a lot of time and I hope you enjoy it. Um, I I really enjoyed using this learning management software. I felt that the pros definitely outweighed the cons in Blackboard, being that I've used a couple different learning management systems. The thing I liked the most is that it was so simple to look up little YouTube videos on how to, for example, mark the review button or enable the review button, or how to embed code. It was very simple to look up a lot of the videos. Some of the weaknesses I felt was that under the build content, it wasn't very specific. Like, for example, I found that under item, to embed a code, you then needed to click the HTML to be able to embed code. And that just took a little bit of research and practice to get used to. But overall, I definitely enjoyed the experience, and I hope you do as well. Thank you.